Hey guys, what's up? Jared here, Dex and Dice, ramblings of an LGS owner. Essentially, I'm just making this to throw a video out there just to reconnect with you guys, let you guys know that I'm not dead. They're just been busy with the shop. There's not really a whole lot to talk about. I hate kind of being a drama farmer and just talking about every time someone like I don't know sneezes wrong. So probably not going to be doing that. For those of you that are new to the channel, we've had a few new subs. Just would like to say thanks for subbing. Um, this is probably going to be one of the more forthcoming and truthful channels, I guess I should say, that you'll run into on here. I know a lot of people say that shit, but yeah, I don't BS all that much. So look forward to that. I hope you're ready for a whole bunch of colorful language. And before I actually get into this, I need to apologize for the sniffling, the even more nasal sounding voice. It is that time of the year, and for some strange reason, it is doing a number on me worse than it usually does. So, yeah, I apologize about that in advance. I know it's probably terrible for you to hear, terrible for me to experience. Like I woke up this morning and my left eyeball was like swollen and leaking water and everything. But luckily I was able to get it to go back down. So yeah, good times. No, I'm not sick. It's allergies. I did a test. I took my temperature, all that good stuff. Like I'm not sick. It's allergies. Woohoo. But anyways, going on. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Again, I appreciate it. Introduce your buddies to the channel too. I realize I am not high production value. There is crap in the back because I own an actual shop. I don't do this shit out of my basement or anything. And I'm too poor to go have a dedicated space somewhere else to get it all nice and pretty for you guys. This is it. Raw, uncut, unfiltered, so to say. Until hopefully maybe one day I can't afford to do that shit. But until then, this is what we all get. So, anywho, I guess I'll move on to beating a dead horse. I think my last 2 or 3 videos was about pricing and all that crap with MTG, and then I saw that the professor did a video about Final Fantasy pricing and everything. And I even commented under the video if you want to go take a peek at it or whatever. But like in a nutshell, man, like I've said in the other videos, I'm not going to beat this dead horse anymore. You're just going to have to get the fuck over it or deal with it or move to another game. Like those are pretty much your only options. Especially since 50%, half of all Magic products going forward are going to be Universes Beyond, and all Universes Beyond products are going to be priced like they're, like Modern Horizons set, like Masters sets, stuff like that. So, I don't agree with it. I don't like it because even that shit is more expensive on my end to buy. But the only things that you can do about it is either stop playing the game, shut up and deal with it, like most people, and I mean this in the best way possible. Most people whine, complain, bitch, and they end up buying it anyways. It's like some kind of a weird Stockholm syndrome like 90% of us have with the game. WotC Hasbro knows that, so they're just like, whatever guys, bitch, you're going to buy it anyways. Or migrate to another game, which is kind of what I suggest doing. For those of you that are locals here, you have probably noticed that over the years, I have been secretly building up other games in the shop. Like I've been finding, for lack of a better term, like champions of these smaller games to get them going in the shop so I don't have to rely on WotC Hasbro. Because, side note here, Magic, as we all know, is a behemoth. You basically have to carry Magic if you want to be in a, like, TCG store. Yes, there are certain instances out there where you don't have to carry Magic, but those are unicorns. Don't go by those. Anyways, So like, it's a name that you have to carry. It would be like if Walmart didn't carry, I don't know, Kellogg's cereals or something, you know, like sure you could do it, but you'd be missing out on a shit ton of stuff. Anyways, so if you migrate over to one of the other games, like be it Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Universes, Union Arena, Force of Will, we're currently dabbling with Grand Archive at the moment. I know that's terrible to see, but yeah, we're currently dabbling with Grand Archive. Don't have anything on the books with it yet, but I'm just trying to figure it out. Mainly because, like, for those of you that run a shop, you'll get this too, but like I've also harped in other videos, for the price of one magic box, like one play booster or whatever, because they're going to settle around that 90-95 mark now if they'll ever stop fluctuating. I can get 2, sometimes 3 boxes of another game for the price of one magic box. So, like, it's one of those, do I just sink all my money into Magic because, again, I have Stockholm Syndrome and it's what everything is going to be, and even though I whine, bitch, and complain about how WotC is treating me, the game, and all that good stuff, I'm still going to funnel money into them and support them because I love them, but I hate them at the same time? Or am I actually going to do something about it and stop giving them money? That's your choices, man. There's also another option out there where like you just proxy every fucking thing and never give them money ever again and just continue playing at your, kitchen tables or whatever, which is fine if that's your prerogative, go for it. But yeah, and then there's always the just buy singles thing, but we all know my stance on that one. While it is currently the big thing to do, I think on a long enough timeline, it's not going to be as viable as everyone thinks it is, but that's just my tinfoil hat theory. You can roll back through other videos and check that one out if you're interested. But yeah, when it comes to Magic pricing and all that good stuff, those are your only options, guys. Really, it is. And Magic is easily 70% of what I sell. Well, probably 65% now of what I sell in the shop to people. Followed by Yu-Gi-Oh, and then believe it or not, like Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon are like that. So it's kind of a tie for second place. And then, Union Arena, Universes, Force of Will, stuff like that. The smaller ones just kind of trickle in there. But, yeah, those are really your only options, man. It's getting to the point to where, like, you're gonna have to choose something, or you're just, I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to choose something. That's just it. You're going to have to choose something. You're going to have to shut the fuck up about it and just deal with it. Because whatever you choose, it's your choice. Continue on with whatever choice you choose. You have to deal with those consequences. Just be sure you're okay with dealing with those consequences with whatever you choose. It's not like it's an irreversible choice either, but you get what I'm saying. So, yeah. I guess that's all I'm going to say about pricing and everything for Magic going forwards, man. And I get it. That's kind of a harsh thing to say to people. And, people just don't have... Yeah, you have the choice. You really do. You really fucking do. Just like... Well, you guys have the choice. I don't have the choice. Until, for some strange reason, people start doing that, making the choice to either participate and not participate... and WotC Hasbro start feeling it after they start missing their like quarterly and yearly goals and all that good stuff, you're not going to see much of a change on their end to try to rectify any damages that have been done or they may not think they have done to the player base as a whole. So, it's just one of those things. You guys have a choice. Until something happens, shops really don't have a choice but to keep buying it, because we're kind of in a rock and a hard place when it comes to that, guys, and I hate to admit that, but I still have to buy it as long as it's still over 50% of what is wanted by my community and what sells online. I have no choice as a business. So, no pressure, but it's up to you guys, the consumer, to make it happen, Captain, so to say. But anywho, let's go on to another little topic that I've harped on a little bit before, but I think it needs some reiterating since it's been becoming more and more of a problem. Is like selling on TCG with everyone being like, "Where is my package? Why has my package not showed up? Where is this?" I understand why people go direct now, because TCG handles all your customer service. You never hear from mouth breathers like that. Like, you don't. And I mean, I use mouth breathers in the most affectionate way possible, pretty much the same way you guys would use the term. Anyways, like, there has been such an influx in where is my package crap, and then, 2 weeks later it shows up, and it's just like, yeah, dude, I get it. USPS sucks. I mean, I worked for them for about a year. They're they're not as horrible as everyone thinks they are, but they are still pretty bad. But there's no reason why, like, I don't know what, probably 1 in 20 packages seems to get a "where is my order?" So, like, my point with this is handle it, be as professional as possible. Be like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry that, your stuff is taking so long. Please be a little patient, blah, blah, blah." But at the same time, I think us as sellers, we need to start escalating these threads. And I hope this is recording properly because I'm looking at my little audio channel and it's pausing. So if it's not, I apologize, guys, but this is going to be a one take thing. But yeah, we as sellers probably need to just start escalating these threads. Just be like, tell TCG, "Hey man, I'm not saying there's fuckery going on with this, but just in case there is fuckery, can you please notate this buyer's account that, they're saying their stuff didn't show up," and that's all I ask. And they do that. TCG Player will notate a buyer's account with, you know, I guess negative feedback, if you want to call it that way. The same way that buyers can help filter and remove toxic, terrible sellers, us as sellers can also remove and eliminate toxic, scamming buyers, for lack of better terms. We just have to put forth the effort to do it. And most scamming buyers rely on the fact that we're generally too busy to give a shit. Especially if it's like a $5 or $10 and under order, it's just super easy to be like, "Yeah, man, fuck you, refund, sorry this happened, blah, blah, blah," and then block the buyer and carry on, so that way you don't get to deal with the buyer anymore, but you just throw them out into the pool for someone else to fucking pick up and deal with, and it just continues. But anywho, because that's what I'm starting to do, and I've been doing it for probably 2 or 3 months now, honestly. I just wish more people would do it, so that way, we can hopefully, like, I don't know, weed the bad guys out. Because as much as buyers like to have honest and upright sellers to buy from, sellers also need honest and upright buyers to sell stuff to. I know I just heard a whole bunch of my little youngins screaming about, "You're a business, you have insurance, you have money, you blah, blah, blah." Fuck right off. Just honestly, fuck right off. I am not a Channel Fireball. I am not a fucking Moon City Games. I am not a Rudy. I am not a CNA, an RNG, none of that shit. Bro, shops like mine struggle just as much as you do to try to make ends meet. So when you start thinking about that with non-chained like shops and stuff, and other shops that do really well, just fucking leave us alone. Honestly, just leave us the fuck alone. I just, yeah, just gotta put it like that. It's not as easy as you guys think. It really isn't, and you're not being Robin Hood when you do dumb shit like that to a small shop like mine. You're not. You're essentially making it to where, like, I don't know, not saying it's not going to make me be able to feed my 3 kids, but you're making it harder for me to feed my 3 kids. So, you know, eat a dick, buddy. But anyways, passing on, removing that, just going. Um, just to sum that little section up, if you're selling on TCG, just start escalating these motherfuckers, and preface the message to TCG with, I am not saying that there is nefarious shit going on here. I just want to have this buyer's account notated that they say it didn't show up, so that way if this buyer continuously hits up other shops with orders that are $5, $10 under that magically just fucking disappear on a long enough timeline, they'll be removed. So, anyways, last but not least, some of you who are in our Discord, I posted up something from one of my distros about like the tariffs and stuff that may impact some pricing. What it appeared to be is it's mainly going to impact accessories like sleeves, binders, stuff like that, deck boxes. Magic prints mainly in Texas and Japan, so you probably won't see anything big about that. Pokemon, I believe, prints their own crap here in America. I think they have 2. There's like one in New York and one in Texas. I'm not really sure about that, or they're building one in New York. Don't know about the other ones. Probably Flesh and Blood, you'll see an increase maybe, but I don't think they're on the list of countries that are getting the tariffs slapped at them, so you probably won't see an increase in that. Anyways, my rep said that there would probably be an increase in sleeves and stuff like that, and that the overall supply will probably dwindle back down to the pandemic levels of supply in warehouses. So if in the next couple of months, if you start seeing like dragon shields, katanas, any accessory seem to like dwindle and go dry, that's pretty much why. But it is what it is, guys. There's not much you can do about it. Whine, bitch, you complain about tariffs and Orange Man and blah blah blah, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. Kind of like the Stockholm syndrome I mentioned with fucking Magic. You just got to deal with it. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Hopefully, maybe if this does happen, we'll see other, I don't know, other what's the word I'm looking for, like manufacturers or whatever, at least look into opening one manufacturing plant in America somewhere. So hopefully this shit doesn't happen again, which ultimately is the end goal for the tariffs. But I mean, everyone understands that this is not going to be an overnight process. It's probably going to take about a year or so for it to kick in, to hopefully bring stuff back to the U.S., to have jobs made here. So, yeah, shit might be a little rough, but again, it is what it is. If it's still rough in 2 or 3 years, I'm going to be pissed, but I'm okay for now. Begrudgingly okay. Again, you just got to deal with it. It is what it is. So, anywho, I think that's all I got, man. Just wanted to throw a video out there, because I've been doing like little pack openings and stuff, but nothing long form like this. Again, because I'm not drama farming. I just don't care about that. So you sharded yourself. Who cares, man? Adults shart themselves sometimes. It happens. Disgusting fact of life. So yeah. That's it. That's all. As always, I appreciate your support. Don't forget to sub to the channel, like it, share stuff around. Word of mouth is way better than me just screaming into the void here for you guys to do it. So please introduce me to some buddies. Maybe I'll get another subscription or whatnot. But anywho, Join the Patreon. If you're local, you get that 10% discount. If you're not local, I ship stuff at you pretty much at distro cost plus like an extra percentage to cover, the percentage that the distro charges me just for running my fucking card to pay for it. So, anywho, yeah, fun fact. Your distro makes you pay their fucking processing fees and all that good stuff just to buy their product. So, yeah, not only will the distros jack their prices up on their end if a certain product does really well on the secondary market, like Pokemon, but they'll also just kind of bend you over a little bit farther and ram it harder in there just so they don't have to pay processing fees, which is cool because honestly, like, well, it's not cool, but like I understand because I do the same thing at the shop. My POS allows me to put on the extra percentage to make people pay the processing fees because realistically, like I've said in other videos, if you spend $2 here, I automatically lose 35 cents just for running the transaction, plus an additional 2.5 to 4% depending on what card is used to run the transaction. So, you know, on a long enough timeline throughout the month, enough transactions, that actually ends up to be a huge amount. Because like one month, like no shit, I paid, what was it, $1,400 in just transaction fees. That was it, and it was like, whoa, the fuck. But anywho, getting off of here now. Like, sub, share, join the Patreon. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything else. Hit me up in the comments. So yeah, past that. Life is not a dick, guys. You don't have to take it so hard. Enjoy yourselves out there. Hopefully you're not suffering as horribly as I am with this fucking pollen shit. And I'll catch you again with another Ramblings video at some point, probably next week or two, or if anything cool happens, I'll keep you updated. So yeah, be good, and talk at you later.